Hello, everybody. Welcome to another great day of SSL soccer. My name is Zenlos. I'm coming at you live solo today as we have our second day of the Cup group stages. We had a very, very exciting first day. Some very high scoring games, some very close games, and we'll see how that kind of comes into play as we get into this second set of games. I hope you're ready for a long one. I got myself 2 sodas as we're about to get started. With our first game, Buenos Aires versus Athênai. Athênai in the first game had a 2-2 draw versus Schwarzwalder. And Buenos Aires had, our defending champions had that that 5-1 game versus Paris. So we'll see if they can kind of turn it around as we get into this here. But some good games on the docket. Excuse me while I make a couple corrections to my notes here. Some good games on the docket today. So we have Schwarzwalder versus Paris, Seoul versus Tokyo, Catalunya versus Kaapstad, Red Star versus Sao Paulo, Reykjavik versus Montréal, Inter London versus A.S Romana, and then we'll be capping it off with Cairo versus Hollywood. And we're going to get this first game underway very shortly. It sounds like the teams are getting ready to get on to the field. And here we are, Buenos Aires coming out in a 4-3-3, it looks like. Athênai coming out, oh heavens. That's a 5-5. We're calling that a 5-5. As you see, there is our table for Group A, Paris sitting comfortably at the top. The only team with a win so far. And we are underway here in Buenos Aires. Our first game of the day. You see Athênai wearing the blue-white checkerboard. Buenos Aires in their red. As Rivera heads the ball back to Oakdown. He's going to take it all the way towards the edge of the box. Throw it out to Ask Jeeves. Ask Jeeves, remember the official search engine of the SSL, hashtag not sponsored. Takes it to the back line, looking for Vandersloot. It's headed and yoinked out of the air by Duke. Very risky play as Tolly was right there. Risky is the wrong word. It's a very dangerous play as Tolly's right there. I don't know what other move I could have expected Duke to do there. That's going to go out of bounds, and that's going to be a corner kick. Now that first half starts to just kind of run through really quickly. Not really anything crazy happening as we hit the 27th minute already. So here's a throw into Pelletier. Pelletier takes it to the end of the box, looking for Panda on the inside, but it's intercepted, but then taken back by Jake Bradford, who puts it in! And Athênai goes up 1-0 off the very unfortunate steal for Buenos Aires in their box. And you see Pelletier goes in. It's intercepted by Buenos Aires. Catarina hits a little too hard on the touch. Bradford says, oh, thanks, that's mine. And we'll put it in. Athênai up 1-0. As we go to 33rd minute now, here's Jeeves going for the cross, looking for Torres, but overshot just a little bit. And we go over to Vandersloot. Vandersloot kicks it off of Hyuga. Taken by Duke, cleared out. As now here's Vandersloot. Heading back towards that back line, trying to go around Carey, finds Torres. Franco Torres equalizes it just as quickly And in the 34th minute, it's now a 1-all tie here. You see Vandersloot manages to sneak it past Carey. Torres on the header, gets it past Duke. And it is 1-all. 39th minute now, Duke going out deep. That's recovered by Buenos Aires. Giving out to Oakdown, who's going to boom it deep, finds Amotali. Amotali fires and scores! As Amotali adds to his Amotali with a goal here to put Buenos Aires up 2-1. Duke falls to his knees, and Tali just gets it over him. And now kickoff. Intercepted by Buenos Aires. Here goes Ash Jeeves towards the back. Cross, Franco Torres! And just a minute later, Buenos Aires is up 3-1. Jeeves receives the pass, just barely beating Siege to it. Goes to the cross. Torres gets in front of Lind. Can't draw it up any better than that. 43rd minute now. Pressing into the 44th. It's going to be boomed out. Given to Torres towards the back. Going for the cross. Headed away by Newport. Picked up by Gorkov, however. Of Catalunya going over to Vandersloot, intercepted by Panda, over to Pelletier to Carey. Carey going back to Panda, back forward to Pelletier, trying to get across midfield, but no clear way of doing that. But now they found it as they go to Prince. Bradford trying to win the race with the ball, does, but no one really to set it up and pass it to. Guevara steals it from him while he's looking for someone to get the ball to. Brooks Patron trying to take it out of the Buenos Aires zone, and does. Passes back to Jeeves, goes forward to Vandersloot, forward to Brooks Patron, who chips in, and it's in! And Buenos Aires takes a 4-1 lead right before half. Brooks Patron passes it up to Jeeves, or passes it back to Jeeves, excuse me, and then just runs straight forward. Sets himself up for a pass to get a shot in. So 2 minutes of stoppage time. We're in that second minute of stoppage time as Athênai trying to at least get something back right before the half. But no, here's Buenos Aires on a good run by Penshaw, fires, saved by Duke. That's going to be a corner kick to be taken by Gorkov. That's headed away. Now take us to the half. Buenos Aires. A very, very dominant first half as they go up 4-1. And Athênai had that first goal. They drew first blood, and Buenos Aires, they looked like they kind of took offense to that. And scored 4 goals over the course of 11 minutes to give themselves a very, very big lead as we go into the half. Let's see if any substitutions are coming in for either team. Doesn't look like it. As we join back now at the 47th minute. On the goal kick by Duke, trying to get his team into a position to make a little bit of a comeback here. But no, it will be taken by Buenos Aires. Torres going over to Tali. Tali they find Gorkov. Penshaw fires, and Paul Penshaw scores! Does a little somersault. It's 5-1 Buenos Aires. Here's Tali. Siege tries to make the interception, but ends up sending it right to Gorkov, who gets it forward to Penshaw. Here's Jeeves on the throw-in. Goes for the cross. Franco Torres, 6-1. And oh Lord, this is becoming a runaway. And there were some Buenos Aires fans who were worried after that first loss, but with how we talk about how important goal differential always is in these cup group stages, and Buenos Aires, oh my goodness, what is happening? Buenos Aires has managed to completely negate that goal differential from last week and put themselves back in positive goal differential. Should this result hold? As now it's picked up by Vandersloot and intercepted by Panda. And Athênai trying to get the ball forward. They go over to Bradford. Bradford, who had that goal in the first half, they get over to Prince. Prince fires and no! Looks like it clipped the crossbar. Here's the throw from Carey. We go over to Pelletier. Panda fires, but no. Saved by Oakdown. Here's Gorkov on the corner. Saved and skimmed. No, not even saved. Skimmed off the crossbar. As here's Duke's 74th minute. Going out deep, looking for Bradford, but finds only Guevara, who gets it to Jeeves. Jeeves bringing it forward into the attacking third. Goes to the cross to Penshaw. Penshaw fires. Penshaw scores. And we're up to 8-1. Excuse me, 7-1. Looked up at the scoreboard after the goal was scored. I didn't realize they had already took the number up already. It is 7-1. Buenos Aires. Just carry over to Hyuga as they're going back and forth trying to find a way into Bradford, and Jake Bradford scores! And brings it back to a 5 difference. As it is 7-2. As we go into the 76th minute. And we have the kickoff here. Buenos Aires goes over to Jeeves. Jeeves across the on the Penshaw. Penshaw finds Torres, but no, saved by Duke. Oak down. Goes out deep, they find Siege. Over to Bradford. Bradford trying to get that hat trick, but no, the pass gets intercepted. But it's recovered by Athênai. Big slide by Knight. Panda holds on to possession. Back to Hugo, to Carey. Carey going forward to King. King fires. Tyson King scores. And it's 7-3. Carey with a lot of open space, gives him a lot of time to look for King, finds King, and King converts it. Oh boy, we might not be done here as we have the 90th minute corner kick, headed out by Pelletier. As Knight tries to bring it back into the box, goes over to Vandersloot. Vandersloot back to Katarina, to Gorkov. Looking for Tali, finds Tali, over to A.S Jeeves. Jeeves goes in, looking for Torres. Lind wins the header. Athênai is going to clear it out. They find Bradford. Bradford going for the hat trick. Fires and gets it. And it's 7-4 in the 91st minute. King goes deep, finds Bradford. He just sneaks past Guevara, is able to get the ball into the net. And that is full time. As Buenos Aires takes a 7-4 victory over Athênai. And Athênai goes down 7-1 but refuses to just lay down. And comes back with 3 goals late to salvage some goal differential. 3-goal performance from Franco Torres, a 3-goal performance from Jake Bradford. Both very well played games from them. And this is just one of those games that, if I were titling the game, it would just be Buenos Aires versus Athênai, subtitle, what is defense? But still, very big win for Buenos Aires. They needed a performance like that from their offense after that first game versus Paris. And speaking of Paris, Paris now coming into their game against Schwarzwalder. One day I'm going to learn how to pronounce it right. I've watched the video so many times, I still can't do it. Schwarzwalder had a 2-2 draw versus Athênai and Paris. We talked about that game versus Buenos Aires already. The 5-1 victory in the first game of the group stage. We'll see if they can extend their lead, or if they can get that lead back on the table now that Buenos Aires has gotten their 3 points. Schwarzwalder can pull into first place in that group if they were to win today. Sounds like the teams are getting ready to get onto the field, as here we are. Schwarzwalder playing in a 4-3-3-4. Yes. A.S Paris playing in a 4-3-3. As you see, there is the table again. Paris holding that 5-goal differential lead. And we are underway for game 2. Paris out in the yellow, Schwarzwalder out in the black and white stripe. We go to the 7th minute. It's going to be cleared out and picked up by Snooks. Going forward the ball. Here's Papadopoulos. Papadopoulos fires, saved by Saran Satsaral. Saran Satsaral. Corner to be taken by Brinsky. Headed away by Schenken. 15th minute now. Here's Horvat over to Papadopoulos. Papadopoulos sneaking around Zerhoni, trying to go deep to Cortez. Cortez gets it in the box, but all there is a lot of Schwarzwalder players. No one really to pass it to. They do find Alistar, but no, that's going to be intercepted as they find Tucker. Tucker fires and saved by Barfoot. And Tucker was offside anyway. 17th minute now. Llewellyn over to Taco Cat. He goes forward to Dion. Dion fires, but no! Shanked it wide. Risky going forward to Papadopoulos, over to Heather Bowl, who's trying to find Cortez all the way towards that back corner with the cross, and there's McAllister! Puts it in, and it's 1-0 A.S Paris. Heather Bull finds Cortez deep. Takes it all the way towards that back corner. Goes for the long cross to the far post. Finds McAllister. Minute. Here's Brisky. Ooh, good save as they find Papadopoulos on the free. 36th minute now. Here's Schenkinger going over to Uwelliam. So you go forward to Gin Tonic. Gin Tonic to Taco Cat. Brisky makes the interception over to Heather Bull. Going deep for Papadopoulos. Papadopoulos goes in. No! Saved by Saran Cicero. Brisky on the corner. William with the header. And that's going to roll out of bounds for a throw-in. .45th minute now, only 1 minute of stoppage time. Horvat goes back to Black over to Washburn, forward to Horvat again. Over to Snooks. The Bull out deep to Papadopoulos. They find Papadopoulos. Papadopoulos can't get an open shot though, goes back to Black. He goes back to Papadopoulos and they're going to try to reposition a little bit. They still got a little bit of time before this first half comes to a close. If they want to try to make something happen, here's Cortez. Cortez open shot, fires and scores! And that's 2-0 Paris in the last minute before the half. And oh, our first those lines are close of the day. As we do hit the half, A.S Paris up 2-0 over Schwarzwalder. But you see it's shots, 7 shots to 6. But where Paris has those 6 shots, 6 of their 7 shots on target. Very accurate finishing. 1.39 XG to 0.74. Possession's just about even. We'll see if any subs are coming in. And I don't think there were. No, it didn't look like there were. As the second half is underway and already flying through. 59th minute, here's Taco Cat on the corner, headed away by Snooks. Picked up by Uwelliam. Goes back into Cat over to Dion. Dion fires, and it's saved by Barfoot. He leaps to snatch it out of the air. Tries to clear it out, but it's right back to the feet of Schenkinger. Gets it inside to Dion. Dion going over Taco Cat to Zerhuli. Zerhuli fires from 40 yards out. 63rd minute now. It's on the corner, the Horvat and scores! And Paris goes up 3-0. '67th minute. Here's Brisky on the throw-in. Taco Cat and Cortez get tied up a little bit. Schwarzwalder ends up with possession off of it as Gin Tonic goes deep for Tucker. Tucker looking for something, saved by Barfoot. Now to be a corner kick. To be taken, and it's just going to roll out of bounds. Here's the netty on the throw in the Horvat. They go back to black, but intercepted by Gintonic, but recovered by Paris. Will be cleared out by the keeper, picked up by Paris though, over to Washburn to Horvat, over to Zanetti. Going forward for Papadopoulos, fires and scores! Leonidas Papadopoulos, almost no look on receiving that pass, only focused on the goal and gets the goal. Here it is again, as you see Zanetti. Papadopoulos doesn't even look to receive the pass. He's watching Saran Siswal the whole way. All right. 82nd minute now, 4-0 lead for Paris. We go to Taco Cat going forward to Tucker. Tucker just kind of yeets it into the crowd. As you see up there, also Gintonic. Gintonic, our current leader in the Golden Hamstring race, with the longest distance run coming into today, 16.7 kilometers. So here is Brisky on the corner. It's headed away by Scheikinger, picked up by Tucker. Tucker trying to get it past. Oh, no, that's out of time. I didn't realize how close we were to full time. A.S Paris takes a 4-0 victory over Schwarzwalder. Give themselves 6 points. Put them back up on that goal differential. See here, decent games from Llewellyn and Dion. But some unfortunately not so great games everywhere else, but no one, everyone doing at least all right. Let's see how A.S Paris looks. You see Barfoot, the 8.1, Brisky, the 8.1. But Isabel Cortez, the player of the match, with the 8.4 on the goal and the assist. Right there, and that's going to close the book on this game as we go towards Group B, where our first game of the day will be Seoul versus Tokyo. Seoul with the 2-0 victory over Kaapstad, and Tokyo with the 3-1 victory over Catalunya. So two teams tied on points, tied on goal differential. Which one will take a lead in the table, if any? We'll find out when we come back. Alrighty, everybody, we are back. It sounds like the teams are getting ready to take the field. As we enter into this third game, let's take a look. Seoul. 4-2-4 from Seoul. And Tokyo has a 4-2-3-1. Okay, 4-2-3-1. As you see, there is the table. Like I said, these two teams tied at the top of the table in both points and goal differential. So, very important game here. Both teams, as we are underway. Seoul wearing the green, Tokyo wearing their token salmon. You see Shawanar go back to Mertz. Intercepted by Sunji Kaido. Kaido taking it towards that back corner, maybe looking for Skyrise to get something over there, but no. It's going to be headed forward. Shawanar misses the header, but Seoul ends up with it anyway. And now this first half starting to go by. Amazing men. This first half is going fast, but remember the first action in our first game today didn't come till the 27th minute, and that ended up a 7-4 affair. But granted, we are already in the 35th minute. So here's Aloisi over to Ryan. To pork tenderloin over to Paul. Paul going to man over to Aloisi. Man fires and scores. Hugh Man puts it in. And it's 1-0 Seoul here in the 35th minute. You see Tenderloin goes back to Paul. Over the man. Goes over to Aloisi. Man starts his run. Gets past Versetti. Able to get it in. Past Rude. 1-0 Seoul. It has been a very quiet first half. Neuer, 42nd minute, is looking for a man deep, but recovered by Tokyo. You see Rise playing with a bit of an injury. Looks forward, fires, but the injury does not deter him. And Sky Rise evens it up at 1 in the 43rd minute. Rise to Kaido, to Visser, back to Kaido, over to Rise. And just like that, we're tied. As we are in stoppage time in this first half, only 2 minutes of stoppage time. Visser and Versetti trying to go back and forth, but man with the steal! Unfortunately, shoots it a bit too far. And that'll take us to the half. As we are tied 1-1. If any substitutions are coming in for either team. As these teams try to get a goal advantage here. Does not look like any subs came in, so you see Fist picking up a yellow here, the 57th minute. We're already in the 63rd minute. Visser on the throw into Asagi. Asagi looking for Rise again and finds him. Sky Rise, 6th goal of the season. I do believe that is their 5th in the cup. As Tokyo takes a 2-1 lead. Here's Nessie on the corner, headed away, goal kick. Now Seoul. Going to Kennedy, back to Fist. Touchette not letting anything happen. That's stolen, picked up by Sky Rise. Guerra, it's off the post! Cleared out by Fist. We have a throw-in from Nessie over to Soderbergh to Guerra, back into the box. Going over to Vista. Versetti fires, it's off the post again! But that's an offside anyway on Rise. So that goal probably doesn't even stand if it goes in. Here's Nessie. Oh no! Oh no! Did I see that right? It's headed off Cole Merchant's face. That's going to be full time. Tokyo takes a 3-1 victory over Seoul with one of the most unimaginable goals I have ever seen in my life. Oh my God. Sky Rise, the player of the match with 2 goals. As I said, playing with that injury very early on. Not deterred, scores 2 anyway, 8.7 rating. Oh my God. Oh, all right. So that puts a cap on that first match, and I'm left speechless, which is very difficult to do. But we go to our second game, or our second game of the group, fourth game of the day. Catalunya versus Kaapstad. Catalunya on the receiving end of that 1-3 loss to Tokyo. Kaapstad had the 0-2 loss versus Seoul. So both of these teams trying to rebound and get themselves some points, especially now that they can catch Seoul if they have a decent win here today. So sounds like the teams are getting ready to come onto the field. As here we are, Catalunya with the 4-4-2, 4-2-2-2, the elusive 4-2-2-2. Kaapstad coming out, oh my God, in the 4-2-4, 4-1-1-4. I'm calling it a 4-1-1-4. You see there is our table after that first game. Catalunya coming out in the red and yellow. Kaapstad out in the green and yellow. As we are underway here. Gets over to Juliusson, over to Järvinen, forward to Staines. Staines going deep, looking for Mojo, rising, but can't get around Doug. Doesn't meet a little turnaround pass, but finds only a Kaapstad player. As this game is off and running. There's Hall on the goal kick, out to Kamavinga. Of the Hog. Hog going deep for Muffin. Look at the Calvatore, Muir, they're hanging around that midfield line as they go out deep to De Silva. De Silva, no! Gunnarsson with the risky play to come out of the goal to yoink it out of the air so that no header could be given. As Catalunya taking it down the sideline, rising again, can't outpace Doug. And oh, that's going to be a penalty. Cove goes in deep on a coach, and you cannot do that in the box. As here is Maple to take the penalty, fires and scores! Top shelf for Mrs. Zenlos keeps the peanut butter. As Dogwood Maple makes it 1-0 Catalunya. very costly penalty for Kaapstad. Okocha on the free. It's going to go out of bounds, skimming off the top of the bar. Now this first half begins to fly by. Here's Cove. Throwing the Kraustis. Missed header by Järvinen, but Muffin can't take advantage. Wants to go back to Hogg. Intercepted by Catalunya, out to Dogwood Maple. Maple going for the cross into Mojo Rising, who scores! And it's 2-0, Catalunya. See the deep pass out. They find Dogwood Maple on the other side of the field. Crosses it past Camavinga. Rising with the Karate King crane kick. You can see De Silva going for the Kraustis. Kraustis to Calvator. Over the Clark. Clark fires. Saved by Gunnarsson. Here's Scud Muffin to take the corner. Muffin headed away by Busquets. Picked up by Camavinga. Muffin with the back heel pass over to Calvatore. They go back and forth to Hogg. And Kaapstad really needs to try to get on the board here before half, and they do! Ronaldo de Silva makes it 2-1 in the 33rd minute. As we have the kickoff, 33rd minute now as they go over to Doug, to Cove. Cove going out deep, looking forward to Silva, finds him, goes over to Calvator, who repositions a little bit, gets it over to Muffin. We're playing around that midfield line as they head it to De Silva. Coming by Catalunya, picked up by Mojo Rising, who's past everybody, missed, challenged by Doug. Mojo Rising scores! Doug goes to the challenge, unfortunately misses, which gives Mojo Rising the open shot, takes their somersault, and it's 3-1. Catalunya. Oh dear. That's going to take us to the half. Catalunya holding that 3-1 lead over Kaapstad. You see 10 shots to 6, 5 on target to 4. But yet as close as those look, 1.90 XG to 0.52. So, a lot happening here. We'll see if any subs are coming in for either team. All right, we do have Michael Muir coming in for Brock Sherwood. On the side of Catalunya. As this second half is just flying by. 63rd minute already. Here's Doug challenged by Rising. But held onto by Kaapstad, but no, not anymore. Here's Rising. Rising is past everybody. Rising fires, saved by Hall. And we go over to the 69th minute. Ball going forward to Doug to Camavinga. Camavinga to Mueller. They're going to have to move this ball very methodically forward, but there's an interception. They go for a coach. Rising, fires again, saved again by Hall. Here's the corner by Vins, headed away by David Doug. Picked up by Mueller, going in, headed out by Camavinga. Just trying to keep everybody out of the box at this point. As Vins goes over to Staines. Looking for Okamoto to Mueller. Mueller goes back to Okamoto. Just kicks it off of the other Mueller. That's Mueller on Mueller violence. That is not approved. But here's Busquets to Juliusson. Moving forward to Okamoto. Okamoto back to Yarvin, over to Busquets again. Back to Juliusson, going forward to Staines. They've passed midfield. Over to JJ Okocha. Okocha looking for Dogwood. Maple gets past Hall, fires and scores. Hall comes off the line. Doesn't win the battle to the ball versus Maple. And Maple sneaks it past him to make it a 4-1 game for Catalunya. Okocha with the light tap. Hall goes to fall on the ball but misses. We'll check the offside here. Those lines are close, but very much onside. Here we go, Gunnarsson on the goal kick, taken out. Maple on the challenge, going over to Okamoto. Okamoto looking for Staines. Wesley Staines fires, but no, it's tipped over. As here's Vins. Headed, but no. The final 10 minutes of this game. Here's Mueller. Going in, looking for Rising. Fired, but saved by Hall. On double hat trick watch here. As Rising and Biscuit are both on. I'm sorry, Maple, not Biscuit, excuse me. Rising and Maple are both on 2 goals. 87th minute. De Silva over to Mueller. Over to Muffin to De Silva again. Outside the box, going in for Calvatore. Calvatore does find it. They go back to De Silva. They're going back into the box. De Silva fires. It's over the net. It's goal kick. And that is full time. Catalunya wins 4-1 over Kaapstad. And I believe they overtake Tokyo. Not Tokyo. They overtake Seoul. I apologize. It's still early for me. Overtake Seoul in the table for second place with that victory. You see a 7.5 rating for Dexter Hall, 7.1 for Ronaldo de Silva. But yeah, very good game all around. And that's going to make day 3 of this group very, very, very exciting. You see 23 shots to 12, 12 on target to 7, and 3.6 to 1.05 XG was a very, very good game from Catalunya. But that closes the book on Group B. We go to Group C now, as we have Red Star Laos versus Sao Paulo. Laos picking up a 1-0 victory over Montreal on the first day of the group. And Sao Paulo taking a 1-1 draw versus Reykjavik. So Laos sitting at the top of the group. Can they hold that spot after this game? We will find out when we come back. All right, everybody, we are back as we come into our 5th game of the day. So we have Laos versus Sao Paulo. Laos coming out in a 4-2-4. Sao Paulo 4-3-3. A very unique 4-3-3. As you see there, we have the table. I said Laos sitting at the top of the group right now. We are underway here in Laos. That's going to go out of play for throwing. As we're throwing. Going over Mayhem to Ramirez. Sao Paulo wearing the white today. The white on the red. Laos wearing the red on the blue. As he's on 44 over the coffee biscuit, who scores! Puts Sao Paulo up 1-0 early in the 8th minute. You see Lexington goes into Funyuns over to Ramirez to Newman. 44 finds Biscuit, who stuck past Norris. And going over that play made me feel like a high-level chess player when they start going over moves like 6 moves in advance and having to explain to everybody. Here's Vilk, saved by Anderson. You see Cameron is playing Biscuit very close to Cameron. Biscuit playing Vilk, goes back to Cameron again. Cameron booms it out to midfield to try to get some breathing room. But here's Owen 44, not allowing any breathing room, and scores! 2-0 Sao Paulo. 19th minute. Candace just kind of misjudged what way 44 was going to shoot and couldn't recover in time. We'll take a look at the offside here. Those lines are very close, but he is onside. Just a save there. Here's Chen Sean over to Tato. Tato over to Chicken. Chicken trying to get around Desovitz. Desovitz trips him up, but no foul called, nothing. Sao Paulo tries to retain possession, but it's stolen back by Lau. Over to Tato. Over to Hunter Jones. Actually, I think that's Hunter Jones. Is that Hunter Jones? Anywho. Recovered by Sao Paulo's Owen 44. Yeets it from 40 yards out! And it goes in! Over Candles' head! And it's 3-0 Sao Paulo! .44 from way out! Gets it in! And Sao Paulo's starting to run away with this game. Here in the 27th minute. Here's Anderson on the goal kick. Here's Newman going out deep. Gonna try to sneak one past Canders and does! 4-0 Sao Paulo. Anderson receives the back pass, goes out deep, finds 44. 44 tips it forward to Newman. 36 minute now. Mayhem on the throw-in. 44 plays it off the head. They go for the Funyuns to Biscuit. Coffee Biscuit fires and Coffee Biscuit scores! Oh, wait, no, that one's going to be called back for offside. Let's see if we can see how close that was to being onside. Ooh, those lines are close. But that is indeed offside. So the score remains 4-0. 38th minute, Coffee Biscuit looked for the revenge shot, but Canders falls on it. Rolls it out to Norris. Over to Mike Checker. Going all offsides to Jones. Jones going over to Tato, tripped up by Lexington. Just outside the box, so even if it was a foul, no penalty to be called there. As Jones goes over to Olaf sides, over to Tato. Tato back to Changshan. Over to Checker, goes inside to Jones! Hunter Jones! It is indeed Hunter Jones! As Lau is on the board in the 39th minute. Checker on the kick into Hunter Jones. And it's 4-1. 43rd minute now. Funyuns going over to Anshaw. Funyuns, remember the official snack of the SSL. Hashtag not sponsored. We go over to Ramirez for the 0-44. 44 to Biscuit. Biscuit back forward to 44. They try to get that callback shot. It's just a bit too wide. Quite the chip from way far out. But they just missed the goal. All offsides on the free, tipped over by Anderson. 3 minutes of stoppage time in this first half. Here's Checker. That's going to be pinballed around a little bit, but headed back at the feet of Chicken. Can't find a teammate, but that's going to take us to the half. And it's 4-1 Sao Paulo, and this is quite the game because it's perfectly even at 10 shots to 10. Perfectly even at 7 on target to 7. Really close XG at 1.07 to 0.77. Really close on possession. But it's 4-1. So it doesn't look like we have any substitutions coming into this second half. The Funyuns going over to Ramirez to Inclan. Going back to Lexington. And Inclan tripped up by Tato, who takes possession of the ball. Looks for Chang Shot, who fires, but no, misses. Just a bit too wide. Here's Canders. Over to DeBernia. Over to Mike Checker. Checker going to Jones. Hunter Jones going back to Checker. Picked up by Anderson. Goes out deep, finds 0-44, who finds the goal! And it's 5-1, never mind, it's still 4-1. Oh, those lines are really close. '53rd minute. Checker going to DeBernia. Good out deep, looking for Tato. It's off the post. Second half starting to move now. 60th minute. There's Checker on the throw in the Chicken. Chicken going way out to Hunter Jones. Looking for Furious Chicken. It's off the crossbar and picked up by Anderson. As here is Williams over to DeBernia. To Checker. Checker to Jones. Back over to Checker, cleared out by Newman, picked back up by Valva. Now needs to start getting on the board. They need to start getting goals to catch up, and that's off the post. Another post ringer from Tato. Lots of shots ringing off the woodwork today. Funyuns goes over to Anja. 71st minute. Recovered by Lau. Over the Williams to Chicken to Vilk. Vilk goes out to Jones. To Tato. Fires. Tato scores. And it's 4-2. And the deficit is down to 2. Jones takes it right outside the box. Tato able to take the one-timer. '73rd minute now. So Lau has gotten another goal, but they need to keep it moving, as that's going to be skied over the net. And that's going to be full time as Sao Paulo takes the 4-2 victory over Red Star. So it was a very even game for the most part. 21 shots to 17, 12 to 8 on the on target. 2.5 XG to 1.43, all in favor of Lau, but Sao Paulo gets the stat that matters with the amount of balls that actually went in the back of the net. You see some good games from Hunter Jones and Pat Tato and Chang Shan. Sao Paulo coming out here 0-44 with the 10.0 match rating. With their 2 goals and 2 assists. You see Coffee Biscuit had the goal and the assist for 7.8. But all right. So that'll close the book on that game as we go to game number 6 on the day between Reykjavik and Montreal. Reykjavik, we said earlier, had the 1-1 draw with Sao Paulo, and Montreal had the 1-0 loss to Laos. But with Laos losing to Sao Paulo, both of those teams at 3 points now, this group is wide. I'm sorry, Sao Paulo at 4 points. Excuse me, Sao Paulo's at 4 points, Red Stars at 3. So this group is wide open for the taking if anyone can pick up a win here. It sounds like the players are getting ready onto the field. Reykjavik coming out in a 4-1-4-1. Montreal coming out in a 4-3-3. As you see, there is the live look at their table. All right. And we are underway. Reykjavik wearing the black and green, Montreal wearing the white and green. As Ricky Bobby already just being a menace running up and down the field. He can make an impact already. Here's Scott Sterling. Rolls it out to Scarpetta to the diver over to Yore to Miko Rashford. Rashford goes back to Lopta. Trying to get around Wartooth, but Lopta finds a way. And Bobby goes to the shot, but it's saved by Rage. Picking up Didi Yoker off the corner. Recovery, Casual kicks it off of Fred, goes over to Scarpetta to the diver. The diver goes in towards Rashford, over to Yoker. Yoker looking for the open shot, saved by Rage, as it was kind of a soft shot. Yoker taking it forward to Ricky Bobby. Ricky Bobby fires. Rage there again. Alright, we're going to have a 22nd minute throw-in by Letizier. Over the Casual to Tata Yore. Over to Ricky Bobby, who fires and saved by Rage again. But Lopta on the rebound. Scores. Cesar Lopta makes it 1-0 Reykjavik in the 22nd minute. Ricky Bobby went for the shot. Rage parried it to the side. But the Montreal player could not beat Lopta to the ball. Oh, that's negative 6 degrees Celsius here in Reykjavik today. I don't know what I expected from, what else I expected from icing. But as we go to Ricky Bobby, Rage dives for it, Ricky Bobby rounds him, but Cinnamon there to make the very key block. Here's Yoker on the corner. It's headed, but no, headed away by Putneska. As we go over to Scarpetta to the diver. To Bobby in the 43rd minute. Oh. Lopta going over to Bobby again. Bobby going back to Rashford. Rashford rounds everybody, takes a shot wide. Letizier on the throw-in. Goes to the far post, and it's headed over the net by Ricky Bobby. A very rare miss from him. As that'll take us to the half. With Reykjavik up 1-0. You see 14 shots to 4. 9 shots on target, but only 1 goes in the back of the net. As Rage is playing out of his mind to try to keep these out. See if any substitutions are coming in for the second half. As we have Eric Hall and Peter Oak coming in for Tata Yore and Casual, and Holmberg coming in for Wartooth. As we get the second half underway, game still within striking distance for Montreal. They just got to make something happen and keep Ricky Bobby puts it in the 46th minute, and now the game is a smidge farther out of striking distance. Still within striking distance, but now just a smidge farther out. As Letizier takes it to the back line, it's kicked aside by Rage, but kicked right to Ricky Bobby, who's able to rebound it in. As we hit the 61st minute. To go to Oak to Bobby to Lopta. Lopta fires, it's parried off of Rage. That's going to be a corner kick. There's Hall on the corner. And the second half is starting to fly by. If Montreal wants to try to get some points from this, they need to get more things on the score sheet than just yellow cards. As here's Oak, and that's over the net. Tipped over by Rage. As here is Hall on the corner. Again, over the scar pattern. No, that's a goal. Here is Joker on the corner, headed over the bar. 89th minute now. Only 2 minutes of stoppage time here to go. And that is going to be it. Reykjavik takes a 2-0 victory over Montreal United to put themselves in prime position here at the top of the table. As you see, 30 shots to 9. 30! That is an absolutely amazing amount of shots. And like I said, Rage played out of his mind today, but just, there's only so much you can do when you're facing that many shots. That eventually one or two of them are just going to sneak past you. But see the 8.1 rating coming out from Adam Rage. 18 shots on target for Reykjavik. My lord. Absolutely wild. But that will close the book on Group C for us today. As we get into our final two games of the day, our final group of the day, Group D, as we'll start off with Inter London versus AC Romana. Inter London, their last time out in the Cup, took an 0-2 loss to Hollywood, as AC Romana had a huge 7-1 victory over Cairo. Can AC Romana keep it going, or will Inter London strike back after that tough loss? We'll find out when we come back. Alrighty, everybody, we are back as these teams are getting ready to take the field. As Inter London running a very unique 4-4-2. And AC Romana lining up in a 4-2-3-1. Jeffrey Levert comes into this day as the Golden Boot leader after putting up 5 goals in the first game. As you see, there's a live look at our table with Romana and Hollywood at the top as this game is underway here at the Boris Johnson Party Dome. Nunez looking for the cross, but it's going to be headed away by Scarpetta as they find fall on the floor. And back to Schwarzwalder. Jeremiah, it's blocked out by Bjorkus a couple times. Here is a free kick. Nothing doing there. In this first half, starting to go by very, very quickly. As we go towards the 30th minute already. We're past the 30-minute mark. As that's going to be cleared out but picked up by Donnarumma. Ruma going towards Jerry, over to McGurk. McGurk takes it towards the box. Bjorkus just a bit too wide. Good shot, but no. Here's Yeboah on the goal kick. Moved out to midfield, picked up by Dexter Minone. Over to McGurk again to Bjorkus. Bjorkus fires, it's over the net. And that'll be a goal kick for Kerrigan. Kerrigan gives it out to Smart. To the floor. The floor taking it up that sideline. Picked up by Scarpetta. Over to Jerry. Jerry going towards the back corner. Goes to the cross, but the cross is intercepted by Matthew, and now we're going to go back the other way again. Big slide by McGurk, looking for Jerry. No, intercepted by the floor. Over to Matthew. Matthew intercepted by Millar. They're looking for Jerry again. Smart wins the header battle though, as Jerry doesn't go up for it. Picked up by Jeremiah. Jeremiah takes it past midfield over to Anavier, but it's going to be intercepted by Howd. Over to Dives Interlock, going across the middle for Dexter Minone. Pass to Jerry, over to Bjorkus. Forward to Dexter Minone again. Back to free kick going in. Jerry saved by Kerrigan. Oh boy, that was a lot. As we hit the half already. With Inter London and AC Romana in a 0-0 draw. As you see, 8 shots to 6 for London. 4 on target to 3. 1.08 XG to 0.45. Very quiet first half. We'll see if the second half stays just as. Doesn't look like we had any substitutions here as Yeboah throws it out to Howd. Howd to free kick intercepted by Anavier. Over to Matthew, looking for Jeffrey Levert. Jeffrey Levert's been very dangerous this tournament so far. It's parried aside by Yeboah, and that'll be a corner kick. To be taken by Jeremiah. Headed away by Ruma. That's going to roll out of bounds for a throw-in. And now the second half is flying by just as quickly as that first one did. 70th minute. 75th minute. Will we see any scoring here in this game? 85th minute. Here's a free by Nunez, going to out of the air by Yeboah. 89th minute now. Yeboah taking it towards the edge of the box. No pressure really being put on him by Romana. But here's Smart, recovers it over to Schwarzwalder to the floor, going deep for Levert. Levert fires, Jeffrey Levert scores in the 89th minute to put AC Romana up 1-0. And after a very stark defensive effort, Romana finds the crack and gets on the board. And that'll take us to full time. AC Romana takes that 1-0 victory over Inter London. That propels them again towards the top of the table. giving them 6 points. Not as dominant a performance as their last time out, but, you know, 3 points is 3 points. As we take a look at the player statistics here, you see Pierre Howd picking up the 7.7, dives in a lot, picks up a 7.4. And we go to Romana, 7.7 from Kerrigan, 7.8 from DeFleur, who's the player of the match against his former team. On the assist from to Levert's goal. All right. So that'll close the book on that game as we go to our final game of the day, which is Cairo versus Hollywood. Excuse me. Hollywood had that 2-0 victory over Inner London last time out. Cairo on the receiving end of a 7-1 romp. We'll see if their luck changes today. As we see Cairo is coming out in a 4-2-3-1. Jean-Claude at the front. And Hollywood coming out in a 4-3-3 asymmetrical. As you look at our table, AC Romana sitting at the top with 6 points. Hollywood would need a big win here to overcome them because they need to overcome that goal differential. Here's Van Nooyen. Taken out, picked up by Levert over to Lightning. Tiki-taka to Nagatomo Maradona, looking for Tiki-taka, fires! Turned aside by Van Nooyen. And this game is underway. This first half going by, 22nd minute going into the 23rd. Nagatomo Maradona to Costanza to Levert to Valor. Valor over to Lightning to Tiki-taka again, back over to Kurt Lightning, over to Taka, who fires from way out there. I feel like we've seen that a lot today. But not as successful as other attempts we've seen. Here's Lightning over two possible keeps it in bounds. Goes back to Jarrow to Lightning again. Hollywood just trying to keep the ball in possession. They go to Valor to Maradona. Maradona going back to Costanza. Costanza to Maradona again to Valor, going forward to Taka to Ling Kwai. Ling Kwai fires and Ling Kwai scores! And it's 1-0 Hollywood in the 34th minute. You see, these are very short, very direct passes. And they find Ling Kwai, the open person. He fires, gets it past Van Nooyen. Tiki-taka on the interception over the Lightning. Lightning going to Maradona, looking for Taka, but no. Lauren intercepts it, goes over to Arasov. Arasov has it stolen by Gerard. They go over to Levert to Taka. Jean-Claude regains possession as they go to prime time 99. 99 goes forward, looking for Jean-Claude. No, was actually looking But that's going to end up at the feet of the Heretic. Goes deep to Maradona, finds Tiki Taka. Tiki Taka trying to get around Lauren. No, but yes! After all that, Tiki Taka puts it back. There was some pinballing that happened in the box. Change of possession, I think, happened 3 times. And it was just back and forth, back and forth. We're watching again in slow-mo. Taka intercepted by Lauren. Stojakovic gets a foot on it. And then Taka just finds it by himself in the box. Clean shot, 2-0 Hollywood. The most no but actually yes goal that I've seen in some time. As here's Normus over to Arasov. Arasov goes back to Normus over to prime time 99. They go back to Stojakovic. Over to Lauren. Prime time goes over to McFlopface. Normus finds him. Cervantes McGraskams gets Cairo City on the board. You see Normus finds McGraskams. With snuff pass possible, gets it in the back of the net. We have a tight offside. We'll take a look at it. Those lines aren't that close. That'll take us to the half. Hollywood up 2-1 over Cairo City. 11 shots to 4, 4 on target to 2. 0.89 XG to 0.64. And we'll see if any substitutions are coming in here for the second half. Does not look like it, as the second half is already very quickly underway. Here's Gerard on the throw to Val. That's going to be intercepted by Normus. They go over to Arasov. Arasov going out to Jean-Claude. Jean-Claude back to Arasov. Trying to get around Maradona. Looks for, I don't know who he was looking for there. Maybe Jean-Claude, some miscommunication there, but it's going to end up at the feet of Hollywood over to Ling Kwai. Ling Kwai goes to the cross looking for Tiki Taka. No, headed out, but picked up by Gerard. Gerard going towards the edge of the box looking for Tiki Taka. Finds Tiki Taka, who scores. And it's 3-1 Hollywood in the 58th. Gerard sneaks around Jean-Claude, finds Taka. Van Nooyer can't dive in time. Now 62nd minute, the Heretic taking it out. Go back to Van Nooyer. There it goes out deep, but it's picked up by Gerard. Gerard gets past Arasov, gets it over to Maradona. Maradona going towards that back corner, goes for the cross, cleared out. Picked up by Possible. Possible sails it wide. Here's Van Nooyer. Picked up by Hollywood. Jarrow to Lightning. Lightning to Jarrow over to Costanza. Costanza to Maradona. Over to Gerard. But no, they can't find Taka. Van Nooyer will clear it out, but it'll go back to Gerard. Over to Costanza. Over to Levert to Lightning. Lightning going forward to Taka. Taka looking for Ling Kwai. Intercepted by Lauren. Van Nooyer clears it out. Gets past. Finds Jean-Claude. Jean-Claude fires. Saved by the Heretic. And we're going to have ourselves a corner to be taken by McGraskins. It's going to be headed out and picked up by McFlopface. McFlopface over the lounge up. Arasov fires. saved by the Heretic. 68th minute. We go over to Costanza. Going all the way back to the Heretic. A little bit of repositioning happening as we go over to Ling Kwai. Ling Kwai headed away by Lauren. Lauren to Normus as they go over to Arasov. Back to Normus. Normus back to Arasov. Going deep, looking for McGlaskins. It goes over both McGlaskins and Possible, who was marking them. Possible picks it up. Goes over to Ling Kwai. Goes deep for Tiki Taka. Tiki Taka gets past Van Neuer and scores. And that's going to be the hat trick for Tiki Taka. In the 69th minute. Gets past Stojakovic. Van Neuer way off the line. Taka able to just get past him and just dump it in. As time starting to run out here. Only 2 minutes of stoppage time, and that's going to be it. Hollywood takes a 4-1 victory over Cairo City. You see Willie Normus, the best performer for Cairo City today, with 7.3. Stojakovic picking up to 7.1. And McGlaskins, who had the 1 goal, 6.8. Tiki Taka, player of the match, not surprising, 10.0 performance for the hat trick and the assist. All right. And that's going to do it for all the games today. Oh boy, what a day of football this was. We saw some incredible goals. We saw some unbelievable goals in both definitions of the term unbelievable. As you take a look, there is our look at the table as we go into the final day of the Cup. We see Paris has already clinched their way into the knockouts, as has Tokyo, apparently. Group C is very close. Like I said, it's just about anyone's game there. And Group D is actually done and done. AC Romana and Hollywood have both qualified for the knockouts, both on 6 points. So it'll be a very interesting final day as Romana and Hollywood are fighting to see who wins the group. Like I said, Group C, there's 3 teams fighting for 2 spots. Group B is going to be absolutely wild. It's just shaping up for a very fun day. And if you hung out with me all day today, thank you for hanging out. Like I said, this was a long day of soccer. But if you stuck it out through all 8 games, I appreciate you hanging out with me today. It was a very fun time. We had a lot of good moments, a lot of laughs, and good times all around. But that will do it for me. Until next time, I've been Zenlos, and I hope you all have a fantastic day. Good night.